Which was a perfect tip-off, I think. The battle of commentators, and I feel like all that you can compare them. Usually you can't. But those two commentators, I suggest just watching games. He's going to end up telling you about his favorite time that when fans were allowed at the stadium, that band members, it was like an xylophone, but like the specific, you have him stealing it pretty much and introducing to him playing this instrument. And every person that calls a game with Bill Walton, it's the same guy every time. I don't know his name, but it's the guy that calls the games with Bill Walton. That's how we'll address him for today. But you could tell over time that he visibly gets irritated. So the question is, who is the better commentator? Bill Walton or Charles Barkley? Charles Barkley is absolutely terrible. I mean, he's so terrible that he just talks about whatever. Like, the whole entire NBA tip-off for TNT is ridiculous. I mean, recalling back at it, you once upon a time had Shaq put his giant 16-inch, or what? How do you measure shoes? Size 16, there you go. But you have, somebody said, what's up, dump truck? Hey, how's it going, John Sweeney? The dump truck's still attached. Although a little bit more this year, I have gained a little bit of speed, so watch out. I say watch out, but in reality, I mean the dump truck in the end, I'm sure it's always going to be hinged on somehow, some way, and I'm only 24, so that's probably a downside of my speed. But anyways, back to Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal and the whole entire NBA crew doing their pregame. Shaquille O'Neal, once upon a time, I ended up putting his nasty-ass foot up on the table. I'm not a feet guy. I almost swore. I was trying to keep it PG. But that's disgusting. Nobody wants to see that. But you always have him and Charles Barkley going back and forth. So you literally have a battle of nonsense. You have Charles Barkley, who, listening to him this past weekend when it came down to the Final Four for college basketball, and this is what made me think of this question, is you had him talk about college basketball. Well, let's just say attempt to talk about college basketball, and he didn't really succeed that well. He definitely didn't seem informed when he was talking about college basketball, and he just kind of seemed out there and like guessing on what was going on, which, I mean, he's always an NBA guy. I don't blame him for that, but at least if you're going to be in that role, at least try to bullshit your way through. But at the same time, you got Bill Walton. Bill Walton, I mean, again, the amount of nonsense. Tyler, I'm going to send you a link because I could speak about it all the time, but I want the fans at home to see what Bill Walton commentary looks like, because there's this dude, literally, when you end up looking up Bill Walton commentary on YouTube, you have the best of Bill Walton. He's already shirtless in the first picture.
Jose.
Hey, it's Keith. So, Keith Meiger joining us now. He is now taking place. Hold on, the invisible man's sitting here. Let him get up really quick, dismiss him, and then sit down. You may go now.
This is why you don't have friends.
They're invisible friends.
Which is why you don't even have them.
Oh, man. But anyways, since Keith's here.
What's up, bud?
What's up, turd? Hey, it's Joe. My guy Joe. He shaved off his face, and he looks like he lost 40 years, and I think he's like 50. So, I mean, he was looking like a 10-year-old. But, so the question of today is, for the tip-off, who's the better commentator? Bill Walton or Charles Barkley? They're both clueless. They're both entertaining.
That's like asking, would you rather have a piece of shit that turned white and stopped stinking, or a piece of shit that is fresh out of somebody's asshole?
I mean, honestly, I'd go with the white piece of shit. Just because...
So Joe Buck.
Yeah, Joe Buck. Another commentator that's fantastic, and he sucked off Kyle Schwarber so much in 2016. It happens. But I was saying, though, that I want to end up encouraging fans to check out Bill Walton, because he honestly, like, he's just an entertaining guy. This is the reason why I watch college basketball when March Madness is not happening. So, Tyler, if you could play, I mean, just give him a minute or so of this video. If Keith and I are enjoying it, play the whole thing.
Wow, our producer's slow as balls.
It's all right, it happens. But yeah, I was giving down the rundown for today, and we're going to be talking about the Indians winning. Obviously, today's title, Jose.
Hold on, say, Austin, Riggs, oh yeah, that's right. None of them want to do the show anymore. Go ahead.
Well, Riggs said he might call in at 8 because somehow prescriptions still get filled at 8. But, yeah, I mean, Riggs isn't here. I think I got a text message earlier today that Stephen R. might make an appearance. But, Riggs can't show up, so they can't be the same person.
Right.
But, anyways. Wait, hold on, Keith. Did you know? I just noticed this now. Did you know today's National Beer Day?
Beard or beer?
Beer. Like, craft beer.
Ah, there we go. Craft beer. No, I
so,
know that.
Yeah, it's National Beer Day today, so, I mean...
Are we going to pour one out for our lost homies that can't figure out how the hell to get here?
I mean, we could do that, or else we could just smash them together like Stone Cold. I think he's celebrating National Beer Day.
No,
Get a Stone Cold IPA.
Doesn't he drink pee? Busch Light?
No, he drinks his Stone Cold IPAs now.
Well,
he has his own beer.
Yeah, but what is it like? Have you tasted it?
No, I haven't. Oh. I think it just gives me a hell yeah every once in a while.
Okay.
Anyways, Bill Walton. It's the same guy all the time that hates his life.
Excellent shirt, by the way. I've got one of those. If this is your shirt, that's my shirt. It is. Whack. Full doubted whether you actually drove to Temecula. No, I went to Temecula and brought you some dirt.
Oh, don't. Do it like this. You get it. You sort of rub it on.
Is that tobacco?
No, it's dirt.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm ready to go. It's National Popcorn Day, please. Party on. It's a wonderful day. It's Oregon. The sun was out. Come on.
I think with Brooks on the floor, his goggles came off.
He's getting up quicker than Nate Robinson did.
Oh!
Bill is taking his shirt off.
Oh!
Isn't wearing deodorant, taking his shirt off.
It's Morofuku's Undu's birthday. Morofuku Undu. He's the inventor of the instant noodle.
And thank you.
I love my noodles. It doesn't get any better than this.
How much drugs did he do?
A lot.
I'm not a very good catcher. I'm much better at getting high than getting low.
All right, that's enough. Honestly, you can't continue. Once Bill Walton admits that he's better off at getting high than getting low.
I'm not even mad about that.
No, because I mean that's a career path for him. Like somehow, some way.
You want to know what the career path is? Is doing podcasts and showing up on time. Sorry, go ahead.
I made it.
Oh, dude. You're in.
I'm in.
You're in.
I'm into commentary with Bill Walton and his drugs.
Yeah.
I mean, but like, if you had to pick between the two of them, Bill Walton or Charles Barkley, which one are you gonna pick? Because honestly,
Bill Walton, dude.
like, he's the reason why.
Bill Walton's awesome.
He's just so like out there.
He is.
Like, if there was a description,
It'd be LSD.
that'd be 3 letters if you could describe him.
Yeah, LSD.
But like, imagine if that was like your grandfather.
It'd be LSD. I'd be high too.
Well, I mean,
That'd be great.
that'd be fantastic.
You telling me tripping balls right now wouldn't be fun?
But like, imagine calling a basketball game doing that.
That's the only way basketball's entertaining. That'd be great. Drugs life matter.
Well, hold on. We're not an advocate for that unless if they're a sponsor.
So, Dibble Light Cafe or whatever. What is it? Dribble Light? Gibble Light. Gibber? Gibber Light.
Is that who they are?
Calm, collected, calm, collected. What is it?
It's not anything about ejaculation, that's for sure, that you were going into. So that was definitely the tip-off question of the day because I was also watching Charles Barkley attempt to talk about college basketball this weekend. I don't know if you did,
No.
but
I
it
watched
was
paint dry. It was more entertaining.
honestly.
Bachelor's No Sports. Fridays. 7 p.m.
Is that what paint dries?
Huh?
Is that what paint dries from that time frame? 7 p.m. on Fridays.
Or 7:30? I can't remember. I lose time when I go to that show.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's all right.
It's all right. No problem.
Okay.
Do they have T-shirts like us?
Aren't we missing half a person? Where's the cripple?
I mean, we could call him at one of the breaks if we want to get a cripple in. The handicap hero. I think that's copymarted. Trademarked and copyrighted.
A
Copymarted.
handicap hero?
Yeah. Gregory Iron.
Oh.
He wrestles with cerebral palsy.
Really?
Yeah.
That's super
No
interesting.
bullshit.
Wow, I give that guy nothing but credit.
And, like, you have him. This is just your wrestling information 101. You have him. You have Zach Gowen that has one leg. And together they're the handicap heroes. So they're a tag team that actually you could be handicapped and you could still be successful.
Oh, my.
So, anyways, that was a little tangent. So for, let's see what time it is. It's about 7:40. We're going to get in the ring because I'm pretty sure Stephen R. Smith stole my freaking belt.
I'm not good. Okay. Yeah, we are getting in the ring. But if it's Riggs or Stephen R. Smith or Austin, I'm doing it.
Well, who are you going to compete against? One of the two of them?
Yes. So
And
if
then-
any of them know how to zoom in, or he can stop serving dollar cocktails at First Crap, or wherever the hell he's at, and what is the other guy's name? Stephen A. Smith, Stephen R. Smith,
Stephen R.
whatever, can get way of his welfare sucking friend who's utilizing the system because he's an idiot to actually get into the show, then maybe we would be able to get here and do it.
So do you want to get in the ring?
With him, yes.
With which one?
All of them.
All of them? This might be a terrible decision.
It's gonna be.
But what's the topic that you're going to end up going in the ring with? Because right now, I mean, they have 30 seconds.
Dedication.
Confidence.
Let's go with dedication.
Dedication?
No, they have confidence. He reeks of confidence. Anybody that can play the system that well reeks of confidence.
Oh, Jesus. I really don't want to do this, but, you know, breaking the third wall here, we've had about
I've had a bad day.
12 minutes to fill until the next break. So, I mean,
Let's talk things out.
so this is, what's that one thing on Seinfeld? Isn't it like the airing of grievances?
Festivus.
But, like, that's Festivus, right, on Seinfeld? So are you going to have an airing, is that even it? Airing of grievances?
No, I'm just gonna get
Grieving
in
of
the ring.
grievances?
Just gonna get in the ring.
You're going to get in the ring. I'm scared. But I don't have to defend my championship, so, I mean, it's a win for me.
Absolutely. No,
So-
you're on the good list.
I'm on the good list?
This is your show.
Santa approved of me on the good list. How about that?
You show up and start the show even when I'm in a meeting and can't get to it, like you did. You are dedicated. You are. What does he call himself? Professional bartender Pierce. He is
Professional
not
podcast
allowed-
Payton?
Professional podcast Payton. Podcast professional podcaster, Payton.
There we go. Perfect. Make T-shirts.
Yeah.
Where you at? Who we make T-shirts through now? I got Teespring on the back burner. I know a couple people that do like printing and whatnot. So I mean,
Hit them up.
professional on one line, podcaster on the second, and Payton on the third.
And Payton or just Payton?
Just that was the third line. I was spacing it out. But altogether, we're PPP. That doesn't sound good, but we're gonna go with it because it's not PP, which could always be worse. But anyways, get in the ring.
Right now?
Yeah.
Is he here?
No.
Who am I going against?
Them.
No.
Airing of grievances.
No. I'm going to wait till they get up top.
Get up top.
Let's wait till they get up because his little box is going to be up there because he's not sitting there.
So we got time to fill.
All right.
What do you want to talk about? Have you seen any good TV shows?
Oh, we're doing a TIFF show today. All right. So
For like the first 10 minutes.
Why?
Because dude, you realize baseball, like, we're going to end up going off on a tangent for about 2 hours straight probably. Like, we have so much to talk about from the Cleveland Indians.
What about Bruce Drennan live? Right here in Cleveland, told that Indian.
You're an idiot!
You're an idiot! You're a dumbass! Like,
You don't know baseball!
Dude, that went viral, and everybody's like, oh, you can't treat fans like that. Screw that. If you're a stupid idiot jackass and don't know baseball and call into a sports talk show where the guy literally went to prison for betting on baseball.
Pete Rose?
No.
Bruce Drennan did that too.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a common thing.
Right, it's beautiful. And
That's the question. Before you end up going, I'm going to let you continue, but I got a question for you about betting. But go on with Bruce Drennan and him being in
he's my hero.
betting.
No, he's my hero. He called that guy out.
Would you say it was pretty ballsy? It's not Sports Time Ohio anymore. It's pretty ballsy of them to do that.
Okay, let's talk about. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I can't do that.
What about being ballsy?
No, talking about how stupid of an asinine move that was.
Meh.
You know you can't watch baseball in Cleveland unless you have AT&T cable.
Really?
Yeah.
Because everything else is blacked out.
Yeah, you can't. They didn't partner with Hulu, and Hulu has sports, right? Except the only one
Hulu
that
Live
matters.
Sports or whatever.
They don't have jack shit. So I can't watch that.
How's
Sports
Roku?
Time-
Do they have it on Roku?
No, they don't have it. I hate Roku. No, they don't have it anywhere. They don't have it anywhere. And I'm so tired of trying to figure out how to watch the game. But yeah, they want fans to come in. So here's my question. The Dolans are behind this decision. And the Dolans are behind every bad decision that Cleveland has even made. And I'm pretty sure that they were behind Art Modell moving just because that's how stupid they are. Am I getting bad comments?
No, one of my friends said leave Bill alone. Patrick McCormack.
Don't tell me what to do, McCormack.
See, it's like the seasoning, like McCormick, but it's McCormack. Ever since I've known him, I always have to emphasize his name. So this is probably the most amount of time that I've ever talked about this individual, but Patrick McCormack.
Is he a friend?
Yeah, he's a friend of mine. I play softball with him.
Ah, cool.
So yeah, he's kind of no, I'm not going to go there. I almost made a terrible joke.
Good, you just choose not to.
Yeah, for once.
I'm proud of you.
For once, I'm
proud of
maturing.
you.
But anyways, we were talking about
Fox Sports Time Ohio, how they're stupid because you can't get their games anywhere, because they make stupid decisions, because they're run by the dumbest jackasses that Cleveland has ever allowed to touch any corporation, company, and or sports team in the state of Ohio.
You know what? I hate to make this comment, and you could have watched, or not watched, but listened to the show last Friday on 1450 AM WLEC, or 93.5 FM. That's also where you could hear me at the radio station out in Sandusky for the pregame with Troy Baumgartner, and also Andrew Bechtel, who usually joins us too. But I was so confident after the home opener, or the season opener, or opening day. I was so confident, and then Thursday happened, then Saturday happened, and then Sunday they finally won on Easter. Hooray, the Easter Bunny came, dropped a couple runs off for the Cleveland Indians. They lose again Monday for the home opener, and then Wednesday they win again. Honestly, if you're trying to watch the Indians game, my question is why? Why are you trying to watch the Indians game? I want to, and my confidence within 6 days.
It's been 5 games.
And here's the key, though. Amid Rosario, the trade piece that came with Francisco
Damn
Lindor,
right.
Terry Francona, and this is why I became confident with the whole entire idea of the year. And it's still there, but you're not missing the whole entire Cleveland Indians fan base are all on the same path. It doesn't matter early on. I'll start watching in June. But at the same time, though, you were bitching last year when you didn't have baseball. Why would you pull it closer? I just screamed.
I know, I want that yelling. I want that emphasis. I want the passion.
The passion? It's
Raw,
going to be a very
uncut passion.
passionate podcast. My peas are popping.
Good job. Don't pop your peas. You got too many PPPs on your shirt now.
It's just
You
spit.
don't want those to pop. Don't spit on my shit. What the hell? I don't want COVID.
Is that still around?
COVID?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because people are sheep.
But, you know, in Texas, you could have 40,000 people, no masks.
And look at, nobody fucking died. Weird, right?
Isn't it ironic? But anyways, going back to the whole entire Indians situation amid Rosario, here's the one thing I like about the fact that Terry Francona, and this is why I was confident to start the year, is the fact that he said on opening day, for like the pregame press conference, he said, I'm not going to start amid Rosario in center field because A, the center field in Comerica Park is outrageously large.
Sure.
And 2, if he has a bad game, everybody, all the time, overreacts on opening day.
Oh, yeah.
The first week, already people are overreacting. They won 2 games,
yeah.
but people are like, you know what, we should have been 5-0. It's literally opening week at this point still.
Right.
But I like the fact that Terry Francona noted the fact that people are going to overreact, which makes me think 2016. Look at that opening day roster. It was dog shit. I could literally take 1 through 8 and pretty much wipe my ass with them, and they probably would have done the same thing.
That is true.
So in 2016, what else happened? You had them go to the World Series. Granted, you had Mike Napoli, you had Michael Brantley at one point for like a week, and
this is what the Indians are good at, and it's not. And I'm not giving credit to the Dolans. I wouldn't get the Dolans could save 50 crack babies from a burning building, and I would still find a way to blame them. So screw the Dolans, screw them hard. But here's what happens. You have a very good Indians front office that is trying to do the best they can, and they usually can pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Yeah.
They usually can pull a hat trick. We are 5 games in. We're 5 games. I watched the game today.
And only 4 pitchers. 4 pitchers in, 5 games in.
Which is it?
Yeah. Bieber started again today. Because
You're right,
they
you're
have
right,
that off day yesterday.
Yes, you're right. They let him. Yeah. So they. But even that's fine.
Yeah,
absolutely. The thing is that Tito. I trust Tito. I trust it a lot. I trust what he's doing. With what's going to happen. I trust Chernoff. I trust these guys.
Yeah. You
let
have
them
to
do
because
it.
they never led you the wrong way.
They
recently.
haven't. The Dolans have, yes.
Yeah, because they have
my
money,
issue.
but like, you know, like a dollar bill here, a dollar bill there. That's
Sure.
the way that they end up spending. Like, you literally, people got excited because Eddie Rosario signed with the Indians, and he signed a 1-year contract with an option. Which was like, okay, maybe they don't want to lose. And actually, Eddie Rosario has came through so far, too. He's definitely...
I was telling the producer today, Rosario, let him go. Let him play. Don't talk crap about him yet. Just let the man roll. Let him get hot.
Eddie Rosario or a mid-Rosario? Because he got 2 Rosarios. The rookie?
Yeah.
Or not the rookie, but the new Francisco
guy,
Lindor guy.
Yeah, let him go. Let him be for a minute. Right?
Yeah.
That's all we want. Just let him be. Let him play. If we're still having this conversation in June, that's a problem. We are not in June right now. We are still in April.
First week of April.
The first week of April. Everybody shut up.
Like, it was literally
Just shut
snowing
up.
last Thursday in Detroit.
Right. Everybody needs
Shane
to just,
Bieber still pitched well in snow
in snow.
for 6 innings,
Right.
and they lost.
But hey, guess who's playing first base?
Yu Chang?
No, who else? Who else? Say it. Say it. Say it.
Jake
I
Bowers.
was right.
He
You want to know who was wrong?
is dog
What?
shit.
Who was wrong? Who? Ryan. And that makes me happy.
Also, at the same time, this is the thing, like the insider information about Yu Chang.
What
And
do you mean insider information?
I'll get there, don't you worry.
You have a source?
I
Is it Sir Yacht? Because he's not right a lot.
I have a source from a source. Hey, it's Sean Halfhill. How you doing?
Sean Halfhill. Hey, he was supposed to come to the studio today. Nice to not see ya.
Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
Nice to not see you. Man,
I'm
you're
just
just a
kidding.
bearded bastard. We'll see you around soon.
No,
though.
he actually, yeah, he told me that he was still he was busy working and stuff. So we're gonna try to set up a time where he can come and kind of see the studio, hang out for a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's cool. He's a cool dude. I like him.
I told you.
And plus, we're pitting something from that fat bastard, not the bearded bastard, but the fat bastard.
Was he on that show?
No. I'm talking about what was his name? Dave Bitchcheck Willing. What is it? He runs Redline Radio, which is a half-ass welfare piece of shit radio station up top of a crack crap ass audio parts store, and he can't find his production with both of his hands. So
Remember that one time that one lady came in to let him know that his pasta was ready?
Yeah, his grandma. Yeah. Or was that his wife? I couldn't tell.
It could have just been a worker when she ended up just had like a Dunlop tire somewhere.
Dunlop.
Dunlop over his dick.
Oh, dude, that dude hasn't seen his penis in 50 years. Like, just so you know.
I think he's only in his 40s.
Right.
You could have negative years of that being inside you.
When you're coming out looking like that, man, yeah.
And I'm already failing before I'm even
What I
started.
really like is his 1970 picnic tables that he had set up, and he had all those really cool stickers on there.
We need
And
to
then he
get
had
stickers.
I'm not putting stickers on my table.
You got crumbs on them though.
That's your shit.
No, I ate over here.
That's Tyler's shit.
See? Don't get me yelled at, Tyler. Anyways, though, where are we at? Oh, wow, look, we filled about like 12 minutes of Indians time.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about TV shows at some point.
Sure. What
You
TV
know.
show?
I don't know.
In
We'll
the
have to
Hunt
figure-
is going to be a docu-series that is going to be on Bally Ford, whatever the hell that crap is called. Because they
Ballsy?
can't find... Well, the Dolan... No, Ballsy? Is that what it is? Ballsy?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's Bally.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Ballsy.
It's Bally.
I'll look up Ballsy.
Don't look up Ballsy. You don't want that in your search history. It's Bally Ford Fitness or whatever.
No, it's definitely not Sports Time Ohio.
No, it's not Sports Time Ohio because they're stupid and they can't figure out that maybe they shouldn't do that.
Hold on.
That's because it's the Dolan's fault. Anything bad happens in Cleveland is the
Bally,
Dolan's fault.
not Ballsy. Bally Sports Cleveland.
You sure it's not Bally?
Bally. I feel like because it's Cleveland and it's the Dolans, I definitely feel like it's Bally because, they throw the Bally. I guarantee it's something that
Can
dumb.
I just unplug the mic from? I gave you so much praise at the start of this because we're tag teaming the idiots around us, and you say that
Well, I'm just saying, it's a dumbass name.
it is a dumb.
We could agree on that.
It's a dumbass everything.
And we could also agree
This
where,
whole situation is dumb.
yeah.
All of it. From Redline Radio to half people talking crap to just it's stupid. Just everything is dumb.
You know what we could agree on too?
People are stupid.
Is that you ready for this dad joke? We'll be back. We're gonna say bye temporarily. And we'll be back after this break on the We Like Sports podcast. Riggs, what are you doing at home? Well, I'm going to Manscaped. Use the promo code SPORTZ. I'm shaving my balls right now with my roommate.
Help, I don't know how to wash myself. Can you get the government to give me some assistance? Has anybody collected a welfare check? 'Cause I don't want to fucking work.
If you're
Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the high-patented, high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTSWITHAZ at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, man.
Welcome back to the We Like Sports podcast with Life in the
and
Fast
Payton.
Lane's own Keith Migra.
That's right.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Wow, did you see what I was doing there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
We had the same thought
We
process.
did.
But anyways, as we're back and we're talking baseball now, man, how good does it feel to talk baseball in April?
I like it.
Like, it's been something that, like, I mean, like, we could talk football, we could talk basketball, we could
have to?
talk... No, but, like, we've managed before.
We did with nothing.
But, like, baseball is definitely where, like, the pride and joy comes into play.
Right.
And so, I want to get your thoughts on this because the Chicago White Sox did something that was supposed to be funny,
What did I miss?
but in the end, they, with, like, their history against the team they played against, it's kind of screwed up. So, Eloy Jimenez ended up having his, like, he tore his pectoral muscle.
All right.
And Jose Abreu ends up having, like, his jersey out there on opening day. And then they, like, went out around the mound and had, like, the jersey out there. And, like, it was, like, they tweeted out something. And it was kind of about, like, the fact that, like, he's dead just because he's not with the team. But, like, that was all, like, their pregame festivities. They did that against the Los Angeles Angels, which you had Tyler Skaggs overdose.
Don't do drugs.
You had Nick Aidenhart that ended up getting in a car accident.
Okay, that's not his fault.
But, like, they did this against a team that had players die before. And, then, like, I think they were just trying to be funny, but they didn't realize what they were doing. Like, it was, like, every teammate even signed that jersey, too. So, like, it was set up that, like, he was, like, gone off the team and, like, dead for a while, if that's even what you want to say. But they did it against the Angels, and the Angels ended up having that happen to him, so it made it more interesting. But anyways, what are your thoughts on that? Because, like, it's not a terrible thing, but at the same time, though, it's like, all right, we did this without actually realizing who we're playing against. It's very, like, a fine line that they're walking, and it makes sense why they did it, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense. Thoughts on that? Because, like, it's not... Damn, my voice sounds good. Sounds like a voice of an angel.
So I don't know. I don't get. Are people really honest to God upset about this?
I don't think it's upset. It's just like it's just something that they did, but like there's no like overall like I don't even want to say like feedback, but backlash. There's no backlash to it, but at the same time though, it's the team they did it against, and like fans are like, all right, like hold on a second, like it's pretty funny, but you also did this against a team that literally 2 years ago they had a player die because he overdosed, which again, like you said, don't do drugs, but earlier on in the first segment you said do drugs because Bill Walton. So I mean, apparently there's a fine line to do and don't do drugs.
Okay, don't do heroin.
Okay.
Don't do fentanyl. You want to do marijuana? I'm gonna make fun of you when you're high. That's fine. No issues there. You want to do cocaine? Get your, you know, okay, fine. I don't know. I don't really find an issue with it. I don't really care. Like, was it funny? I didn't know. Honestly, I didn't know anything about it, though.
So I'll show you the picture.
I didn't I don't know. Is it bad?
It's not bad. It's just the fact that, like, you know, like how when like a player like
When did everybody become such a bunch of bitches?
you see
Where you can't joke
back
about
last
anything?
year when
When a virus that has a 99.9% rate shut the whole world down and we ended up like a bunch of pussies because we couldn't figure out what was going on.
yes, that's exactly it. But that's when
Weird.
everybody changed.
Changed what? Into a bunch of idiots?
Yes.
Yep.
Correct.
And then we have Joe Biden as president. So, yep.
What's wrong with him?
He's the president of the United States. Nothing's wrong with him.
But we both know you don't mean that.
I have no issue with Joe Biden being the president of the United States.
But
Once he remembers he's president of the United States and tries to make laws, then I'll have an issue with it. Right now, he still thinks he's a senator. So I'm okay with that.
I mean,
And who's his running mate? What's that guy's name? Camel Harris? Camel Toe Harris? What is she? I can't remember what she is.
how are we not canceled yet when it comes to politics?
oh,
How do you
oh, I
have
know.
all these shows without being canceled? Like, he just says it like it is, but at the same time, like, I wonder sometimes, I'm like, you know, how isn't he canceled yet?
Gary Mathis Jr. says Indians ass. They broke as fuck.
He did say that. That was the last segment when we were talking about the Indians. See, this is what they did. They put up Eloy Jimenez's jersey in the clubhouse during the game with it all signed as if, like, you know, like whenever, like, They realized they did something that the Angels did due to an unfortunate circumstance, and they did it kind of as a joke. And they also have him holding the jersey too on the sideline or on the baseline. So it's
They
just
had him holding the jersey?
well,
So
Jose
he's not-
Abreu. Jose Abreu's holding it, and it's just
Bastard. It's disgusting. What a disgusting thing they did. I can't
stand
I'm
you.
so
I
damn
cannot
I'm
stand
so
you.
damn offended. It makes me sick.
All right, we got to change topics here because I know how sick you are right now, and I want to make you even sicker.
Thank you.
So last week, you weren't here.
I was
We
not.
had Ryan, we had Riggs, we had me, we had Austin.
Weird.
I also don't
All
like
in the same place?
Yeah.
Well, no.
Kind
There's-
of.
There's stairs here, and that's Ryan's kryptonite. So, no, he was not in this area. He was definitely here, though.
Yeah, he was on the show.
He was here in spirit.
Yeah.
Well, half of him.
Spirit Airlines.
The one half doesn't work, so the other half.
But anyways, we were talking about last week, baseball season starting up. And remember that Francisco Lindor
This
always
bullshit.
said that too. But he always said that he's not signing a contract or talking contract extensions during the season. After we went off air last week, you had him having one reporter, which I think it was John Heyman or Jeff Passan, one of the two of them, saying that they're nowhere close. And then 40 minutes later, before midnight that night, Francisco Lindor signs a contract, 10 years, $341 million with the Mets. This is what happens when you actually have money to spend.
No, this is what happens when you're an arrogant, greedy punk that decides he's going to try to get as much money as humanly possible. Everything he said in Cleveland no longer makes sense. Nothing. I'm not going to talk extensions during the season, right?
Right.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then somebody throws hundreds of millions of dollars at him, and all of a sudden, that goes right out the window. He also talks crap about everybody. Francisco Lindor is a villain. He is now the new villain of baseball. He is definitely a new villain in Cleveland. I don't want to put him up there in the same way LeBron James did, just because I think LeBron James is a stupid man. But I think Lindor is just as bad when it comes to how he did it.
I'll go a step further, and I will say that Francisco Lindor would be higher than LeBron James because guess which one had a connection and guess which one didn't. LeBron was from Akron. That's why everybody can forgive and forget for him coming and going, which obviously makes sense. I understand that. But Francisco Lindor had no roots here. He was a Puerto Rican guy that got drafted, that became successful, left for New York, is what it is. I might even go to the extent that he's the new Albert Bell for the Cleveland Indians. That might be a possibility.
No, I don't know about that.
He left for the money. What was Albert Bell's biggest void? He left for the money.
Yeah, but Albert Bell played with passion. Lindor, the last couple years, or I would say the last 2 seasons here, didn't care. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he just didn't care. He fell asleep during the World Series, for God's sake.
Yeah, that still pisses
If I
me off.
was just a little bit older, if you were a little bit older, somebody would have smacked the shit out of you.
But that's more reasonable because when you're old, you could end up taking naps. Like, that's allowed. You're 20-something years old. You should be like a jackrabbit.
He's
I mean, that's what you're doing behind closed doors.
Yeah,
You don't even need to explain anymore. You're a jackrabbit.
I don't want to know what he does behind closed doors. But no, he's a bad example of what a franchise player was supposed to look like. Lindor should have been a franchise player.
Yeah.
Who's our franchise player? Do those even exist anymore? Do we have a franchise player on the Indians? And if so, who is it?
It's Jose Ramirez.
For now?
If he spoke English. That's the big key, and I hate to say it,
no.
and I hate, you could be, Jose Ramirez could be so much bigger than he actually is, but because of that language barrier, you're running into trouble with that, and that's what you're running into, is that I think he's going to end up being a lifetime Indian. Not Francisco Lindor, Jose Ramirez, just because he's still young. He's the main reason why the Indians won today is Jose Ramirez. He had 2 home runs for 4 RBIs.
Right.
If they lost,
But
they lost.
I've been saying that this whole time.
Exactly.
I've been
But
saying that he's
people
more
can see
clutch,
it now.
he's more real. Why couldn't they see it before? Because you have fair-weathered fans who think they know about baseball. Oh, Lindor's so great. Pay him. Don't pay him anything. Let him walk. Let him be a bitch. Let him be the new villain of baseball. And I don't care if Jose Ramirez speaks home runs or speaks English, as long as he speaks home runs. I could give a damn less. I could care as long as the ball goes in the glove
You know
and the
some
ball
English.
goes off the bat. Yeah, is for me.
He's
That's
for
the only
me,
thing I know.
And home run
Jose-
pitch.
and Jose.
No, he doesn't even know that probably. But I mean, I love the fact that like you know that you're gonna struggle this year. You're with the Cleveland Indians right now. You're gonna struggle. That's just the life and the cards that we got dealt. You don't have Francisco Lindor, and I know you and I, we've been texting throughout these games when you've been gone, doing whatever you got to do business-wise. But you and I have been texting, and after they got down in that Detroit game, you were a little negative, I was a little negative, but we were both on the same page that our fandom is so passionate that you want to at least show that, all right, this isn't, like Francisco Lindor never made this team. One individual isn't going to make the team.
Not in
Francisco
baseball.
Lindor didn't even bat 300 the last 2 years.
Exactly.
He's not special. He's in New York, but everybody in New York takes a hand and shoves it all the way in the back of their throat because it's Francisco Lindor in New York.
No, you're right. That's exactly what happened. But the thing is, like, I don't care about being negative. You can be negative about a game. You can say, oh,
Right.
the bats weren't hot. This sucked. This was bad. Blah, blah, blah. You can say that. But when you say that this team is trash and garbage and every player sucks and we're never going to make it anywhere and blah, that's somebody speaking off pure emotion. You can say, yeah, the bats didn't wake up. Okay,
But
and
you
they're
could
not
always speak
totally
off of pure
awake.
emotion, though, too. It's
Right.
part of sports.
Right, but you can't just throw in the towel on a team after 5 games. You can't do it after 12 games. You can't do it after 20 games. You can't do it after 40 games. We get into June, then you can start doing it. You get into August, then you can start doing it. Obviously, September. If I don't get to hear Hammy say there's going to be an October,
To
then you
remember.
can get negative. Then you can start having an issue. And the thing is, like, they're letting fans in the stadium.
11,000,
we're
which is
going.
more than Detroit, too. So we could look at Texas and look at their 40,000 fans without masks and all that fun stuff. But we're ahead of the curve compared to some places because the Tigers only allowed in 8,000 people. The Cleveland Indians allowed in 11,000
What
people.
does ahead of the curve mean? What do you
Ahead of the
mean?
curve?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What do you mean?
You said we're ahead of the curve. What curve?
Compared, the COVID curve that's been talked about since last year. But with the
You mean the virus with a 99.9% survival rate? That curve?
No, like the curveball in
Oh,
baseball.
now see, that makes sense. If we get ahead of the curve, Jose Ramirez smashes it to center.
And then it's a home run
And we
pitch.
get 2 RBIs.
And then it's
So
a
we're
home
good,
run
right.
pitch.
I'll be ahead of that curve, but I'm not going to be ahead of something that doesn't make sense. There's a bunch of people that are complaining about this that are like, oh, we shouldn't have these people in. We shouldn't have these people in. Shut the hell up and just leave the country. Just leave. If you have a problem,
You know
with
they're
things,
not
just
going
leave.
to. Not even to get political. You know they're not going to because
leave.
how many people said when Trump was president, I'm going to Canada?
Yeah.
They're still here.
Well, Canada has free healthcare.
Yeah, but they never went.
Is
They
that
never
where
went.
Riggs had to take Brian? Is that why he's so long?
Why are you asking how long Riggs is?
No, not
That took a weird turn.
Manscaped.
Promo code SPORTZ. Anyways, as we continue on with baseball, I know there's so much baseball related news that we have to hit on.
Oh yeah.
Is Yu Chang the best option for the Cleveland Indians at first base? Because personally right now, Jake Bauers is your only option.
Yep.
Jake Bauers, I'm pretty sure, started his first game at first base or his second game today at first base. And Yu Chang, who is traditionally a shortstop third baseman, never took reps at first base until spring training near the tail end in the backfields, which that's the insider information I was telling you about.
Oh.
He has became, that's the big reason why they won on Easter. Yu Chang came through. He had a multi-hit game.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, I think he's better than Jake Bauers. That's just the way it is.
Sure.
Jake Bauers isn't the solution. What are your thoughts on Yu Chang? Is he going to be the first baseman this year? Is Nolan Jones going to end up getting moved to first base in about like a month or two, and he's going to be the first baseman? There's so much.
The other thing is, I think just keep it.
If it ain't
Keep
broke,
doing
don't
what they're
fix
doing.
it.
If it's not broke, don't fix it. Let it happen. Let it ride.
But like you were an advocate for Jake Bauers. Is that?
I'm still an advocate for Jake Bauers.
Do you trust him though? if the Cleveland Indians organization themselves can't even trust him and have him start.
Okay, is it the Indian organization that can't trust him, or what?
Well, it's not like he needs to be paid, so it's not the Dolan's responsibility.
It is the Dolan's responsibility.
Well, he's not talking about money negotiations, and that's not a problem, and it never will be if he's at the pace that he's at right now. What's the biggest highlight in Jake Bauer's career? A fucking cycle? That came off the tongue. This is just passion right now. But hitting for the cycle, that's the best achievement that he's had.
Okay, I want you to go out and hit against the cycle. I want you, Chain, to go hit against the cycle. Actually,
I'm not getting paid to play a child's game.
That's right. So I want you to, literally, I want you to go, I'm being serious, I want you to name all of the people on the Cleveland Indians in the past 4 years that have hit for the cycle. 5 years that have hit for the cycle.
I can tell you one right now.
Who?
Francisco Lindor, probably.
You think Lindor hit for the cycle?
We'll look it up.
I don't think he did.
Cleveland Indians cycle history. Google better do right. All right, I'm not going through all these, but we're going within the years. Cycles by franchise. All right, here we go. This is called filling in times. 9 out of 10? Is that what it is? 9 cycles hit, 10 cycles allowed.
Okay, so 10.
Since
go ahead.
since 1901. No, I'm looking it up, Keith.
I got this.
I got it.
Everybody's stupid.
All right, I'm there. I scrolled too far. All right, so you have the last
There's Bowers.
one. Right. Rajay Davis.
All right.
And then before Rajay Davis was, we're looking back far now. I feel like it's Kevin Kuzminoff, honestly. Travis Hafner in 2003.
There it is.
Things. According to Wikipedia, the cycle is about as uncommon as a no-hitter, and it's been classified as one of the rarest and most difficult feats in baseball from the hitting side. So I'll give him that. The question is
Welcome back to the wheel. He can't see. You want him to come in, there's nothing he could do. I mean, that's not even fair to do to the guy. Granted, he showed up. Good for him. Like I'm happy that he's here. I'm happy that he was able to zoom in after
Live
being
in
a
a
chauffeur.
box.
Shut up! After being a chauffeur to a worthless fat ball of nothing. Go ahead. What's up, Riggs?
Not much, so we're going to talk about some sports today, gentlemen.
No, we're actually going to talk about TV shows. You've missed the whole entire show.
Yeah, you missed the show because you were being a good friend to somebody who's an idiot.
He's dumbfounded because we're fucking with him.
I really am dumbfounded, yes.
All right.
Don't be dumbfounded. Keep doing you. You are one of the nicest human beings I've ever met. We're just trying to we got to get your priorities right. You're Stephen R. Smith. You're gonna be famous, but you can't be famous when you're letting this jackass do this to you.
That's Riggs. Stephen R. Smith isn't here yet.
I know. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, Stephen R. Smith, he's getting his blazer out the dry cleaners at the moment.
Which
didn't
dry
let
cleaner does
Brian
he
do-
go to?
Brian.
Oh, he goes to the Splendiferous Kodak Cakes
Kodak Cakes?
dry cleaners. I had their card around here somewhere. He had lent it to me.
Good for you. On the spot. Good for
Damn.
you.
Anyways, also just a side note too about how real of a friend Riggs is, and then we'll continue to talk about sports. So I was down in Columbus playing softball. I was drinking some adult beverages, and something happened, and I wanted to call him because like I wanted to vent to a friend. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning when I called him. He almost answered, by the way. And when I saw him the next day, when I came back from Columbus, he said, mind you, Riggs, I don't mean to call you out on this, but he's not a big highway guy. He literally said, once you called, I was waiting for a text message, and if I would have had to nut up and take the highway down Columbus to rescue you, I would have. That's a real fucking friend. Anyways, sports.
Can you take the highway and get your ass here?
The show's about to be over in a half an hour.
Hour.
What time is it where you're at? Are you on East Coast time?
He's on Riggs time.
And
I see what you did there.
Anyways, though, we were talking about the Cleveland Indians. We were talking about... The last thing we talked about is Yu Chang being the best option at first base.
The last thing you were talking about is Yu Chang being the best option at first base.
That is true. But, anyways, to start a new conversation.
Yeah.
With the Cleveland Indians right now, I don't even want to know what are your thoughts about the pitching, but how is it impacting you as a fan that the Cleveland Indians are putting so much pressure on pitching that you had 6 innings, 7 innings, 5 or 6 innings with Logan Moss?
What's the difference?
that
We do
right?
this every season.
And then you had Shane Bieber again
we-
get the no decision.
We literally put pressure on just our pitchers.
But you develop such good pitching. Why can't you develop hitting? Like, why is Daniel Johnson not in the outfield? Why is Jordan Luplow, Keith's boy, Jordan Luplow, who hit a home run on Easter Sunday just for Keith? He said, hey,
Yeah.
Keith Miger-Hillis.
Hey, if Jesus can rise, so can that punk ass.
It's Riggs' reactions for me. That's why. But you end up having the success of Jordan Luplow actually coming through with the Indians, and he didn't look like he'd actually hit a home run. But you have the pitching have so much pressure. You have Shane Bieber get a no decision. No, he gets the loss against the Tigers on opening day. You have him get a no decision today, and Emmanuel Clase, who in every appearance has pitched over 100 miles per hour each and every individual pitch. It sucks that the pitchers have all this on them because right now, Zach Plesac went a good amount of time. Aaron Savali is the only pitcher that's gotten the win for the Indians so far, and he had to pitch in 7 innings, and they finally scored at the right time.
Which is funny because Savali you wouldn't think was going to be
The first win for the Indians.
You definitely
Absolutely.
thought it was going to be Bieber.
Right.
But we kind of screwed Bieber out of that, but today we're good.
Yeah, exactly. You
We
got the
gave
win.
it to him. He got the win. And the way they
Well, he
do
got the
wins
no
and
decision.
losses
The
is-
Indians won.
Right, no decision. But he was the winning pitcher. But that's what I
My
mean,
thing
like-
is, I feel like the Cleveland Indians like to put pressure on the pitching because I feel like they want to be a predominant pitching team. Like, okay, they're the Cleveland Indians baseball club, but hey, they have a great line of rotation in their pitching lineup to the point where I feel like they just don't want to focus on their hitters and their outfield. Maybe that's their only main focus. It's like, hey, we like our pitchers. Like how in the NFL where you got people that are, okay, I'm a quarterback guy, even though I was a defensive coordinator. I think it all depends on the management, the ownership. Like, hey, this is our agenda and this is what we want. And I feel like the Cleveland Indians, they probably just want a damn good pitching rotation. So I feel like that's probably why they put so much pressure on those guys. But pressure pressure and diamonds. There's like a saying that goes with that.
Yeah,
so.
it's coal. When you squash it, the pressure and the coal makes a diamond.
Thank you, Santa, with that coal.
Just call me Santa.
Yeah, because of coal.
Because I'm white. Oh, there he goes.
You just punched the camera.
Action Riggs.
Action Jackson. Do you ever watch that show?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yep.
You notice how
Okay.
it went from yeah to hell yeah?
Well, it's Action Jackson. It's one of the best shows around.
The one thing I want to talk about, I'd seen a play during the Cleveland Indians when we were in Detroit for the first game, and it looked like the biggest mistake in the outfield. Ball goes to center field, and you had your center fielder, right fielder, and left fielder like all fighting for the ball. If you guys remember that certain play that happened, I want to say that was the opening game in Detroit or the second game, but when I seen that ball go to the outfield and those three guys look confused, that was my question where I'm like, dude, come on. Like I can see where you guys were coming from last week about talking about, hey, is this guy a good, solid center fielder? But we only have a full season to go through right now. So I'm not hitting the panic button, but what I seen in that game in Detroit, they got to clean that shit up as soon as possible.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that kind of just goes into the next question that like we've been holding off on for a while. We're about 1 week in tomorrow, which is another off day for the Indians, and they play against the Detroit Tigers. Man, I had a stuttering problem for a minute. We used to have a co-host like that, didn't we, Riggs?
Did he go back with Dave Wellencheck?
No,
Is that his main producer from Redline Radio?
No, but he might end up wrestling for that company, though, that he ends up producing.
He has a company? He has a wrestling company? Redline Radio does?
Yeah, wrestling with aggression.
Wrestling with aggression?
No, it's Redline Radio Wrestling now or some dumb shit. But anyways, though, he ends up having his stimulus money and he ends up having his tax return, and that's usually how wrestling promotions end up starting out, is you have a guy like him that thinks he could do what he could do, and he's also going to get WWE superstar Liv Morgan that's signed under a WWE contract and doesn't have the ability to actually go to independent shows, but somehow, some way, she's going to make an appearance for his wrestling company. Fun fact, he's going to pull some strings. Right, Riggs?
Yeah, he said that. Yep. He goes, I guarantee you guys, she will be at WWA.
And she's never going to be there.
So why did he say it?
Because he's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
We've been through this. Anyways, though, sports related, and we're not wrestling with anybody, or aggression, or red lines, or radios. Because this is the KM Voice family, and this is the We Like Sports podcast with Keith, Payton, and Riggs, and Tyler the producer, which also sounds like a rapper's name all the time.
Yeah, it does, Tyler the producer.
T-Flow.
T-Flow.
Yeah. He could be an awesome rapper. All he's got to do is mumble and talk about nothing.
So like a modern day rapper.
Nowadays, right, absolutely.
Yes.
But Tyler's cracking jokes over here.
Tyler is cracking. He said, like veterans know sports, but no. We were talking about things that actually people would listen to.
Do you have to have a hearing aid to listen to that podcast?
Oh my God.
No, you don't have to have a hearing aid to hear it.
Well, I was just checking.
No, why would you want that? No, you're wasting battery.
Anyways, though, this turned into a diss segment for like everybody. You used to yell at me and be like, "You're gonna start a rap battle between all of us in a battle war."
That's fine. Let's start. Fine. Take it back to the '90s and let's call people out. Because if I get knocked by people in my camp, and I'm not talking about Snoop Dogg, if I get knocked by people in my camp anymore, they're out of my camp. They can go start a fire somewhere else and deal stuff on their own. But if you're with me, then you're with me. But if I hear you're talking crap about me, I'm going to make fun of you until your legs stop working.
Who? Is that nope. Anyways, I had to sit down for a minute because I almost was up in Riggs's area. But anyways,
are you okay, Riggs?
Yeah, man. Like,
you got some aggression you need to get out?
You need to come out with a diss record for people. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, didn't you hear it's going to be him and Eminem? It's going to be on the 8 Mile strip in Detroit.
8 Mile Navarro.
Is that your rapper name?
No, Navarro is. Never mind.
Could you educate
So are
me?
we on baseball news right now still, or?
Yeah, we're trying to, but we're getting sidetracked. Anyways, tomorrow is.
Don't try to control the fucking show from where you're at. Don't. You lost the ability to say, "Are we doing baseball stuff today?" when you decided not to show up and help some jackass. Next question.
So
Riggs is gonna kill me. He's gonna come to the show, or he's gonna come next Wednesday. He's just gonna punch me in the face and be like, "There, we're even."
we're even. You are being mean to me. But anyways, tomorrow's a full week of baseball season. What are your thoughts a week into the Cleveland Indians baseball season? Because, everybody has an opinion. They're 2 wins in, that's it. But there's only been 5 games, I believe. So they're 2-3. What are your guys' thoughts on the fact that we're a week in and the Indians only have 2 wins, but it's nothing to really panic about yet?
I would just say, for right now, I'm going to give, we're in March. I'm going to give them to at least June, then I will start to worry. If those guys don't start playing good baseball, over 500 baseball, then I will start hit the panic button. But for right now, I feel like everyone still has to get comfortable. People still have to gel. This is a whole nother team that we have not had in the past few years. So it's a whole new system for some of these guys. So I feel like we have to be patient for the time being before we say, okay, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that. Keith, what are your thoughts? But before we go into your thoughts, just want to give a shout out to my good pal from the Brew Crew, Justin Ross. If you are any familiar with the softball world, he is also partially the fault that I got lost at Berliner that has 33 fields down in Columbus for an hour and a half because adult beverages were being drank. They went to their Airbnb and
My mom's yelling at me for swearing.
How old are you?
What the hell did you say? How old am I? Yeah. Shut up. When your hair goes back to your face, then you can tell me. When your hair's running away. You're balding. You look older than I do.
I know I do. Do we always have to?
Hey, I have a mom that gives a damn.
My mom cares too.
She doesn't know where she is. Where's she at? She watching?
Yeah.
No, she's not.
Why are you being so mean to me?
I told you.
No, I told you. But anyways, what are your thoughts on the whole entire first week of baseball for the Cleveland Indians?
We can't panic yet. There's no reason to panic. Why would we panic?
Because we're Cleveland fans?
Okay, but that's not an excuse anymore. We've been Cleveland fans. We literally sat through. Well, you're not a Browns fan. You're a jackass. But
hey, you have more. Here's the thing.
We did.
What's the thing that Oral Roberts and Ohio State have in common, I think? No, hold on. Let me change it up. Hold on. What's the thing that Oral Roberts has in common with Ohio State?
That's
what is it?
The exact same thing you just said. You did not reword it any differently at all. Like, if we were to rewind that, it's the exact same question people thought you would buffer. So go ahead, let's redo whatever the hell you're trying to say.
This is try number 3.
Joke? No,
this is
just say the punchline!
Okay. It's actually what Ohio State actually managed to have happen to them with Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts has more wins than Michigan does against Ohio State within the last 10 years when it comes to football.
And see, now that makes me happy.
See, I knew that would cheer you up when it comes to Oral Roberts.
Oral Roberts.
Riggs liked Oral.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm done.
But anyways, don't panic. I mean, the thing is it's so stressful because we're so used, and I feel like it's always because.
How the hell did Coach know that? Coach doesn't watch, like, he goes, they beat Michigan? They both beat Michigan? He was so close. He got it closer than I did. Good for him. Dude, he does. Like, how? Like, he knows things sometimes, and it scares me.
It's not a bad thing to be scared, though, once in a while, you know?
Coach is the equivalent to Raja Ghul, but not a villain. Like, he's...
He's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, that's right.
Raja Ghul trained Batman, if anyone didn't know.
Now.
Hey, it's all right. I heard Stephen R. was dropping soap earlier.
Stephen R., yeah, I hear him, he's like voice practicing in the background, like me, and stuff like that.
Right over his head.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame.
Damn. Anyways, though, I mean, I feel like because there was a 60-game season last year, that's why people are stressing, is because we're used to being in a sprint last year that every game counted, and it wasn't, we have until June to come through and actually be successful like years past. This is already the panic we had back in July last year. And to add on top of the fact that you have Francisco Lindor out of the equation, everybody's going on a full-blown panic attack, which I understand. But at the same time, though, you have to realize that the only time that the Indians are good in April was Terry Francona's first year in 2013 when they went 19-7, which was outrageous, and it's a rarity. That doesn't happen all the time. Your best teams, the Yankees already lost to the Blue Jays on opening day, and people were panicking.
Don't you talk about the Yankees on the show. You want to talk about... Now my mom can bring a bar of soap. You wash that out. Wash your mouth of that garbage.
It made me mad on opening day, the fact of I watched the New York Yankees and the Blue Jays play. In the Bronx, it was a nice, sunny spring day, but then we had to play in snowy and Detroit. So it just made me mad. Like, of course, New York can have their perfect home opener, but we have to go play on the road, which I'm not, I'm not opposed to that. But it's just the whole fact of the weather we had to play in during the first game of this 162 game season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we want to end up wrapping up on baseball.
Do we?
Well, I mean,
do we really?
Stephen R's coming in too, so Stephen R. I mean, we could talk baseball, but I'm sure he's gonna end up talking about what color socks he was wearing today, what kind of lettuce he stole from work. Like, I mean, him and Max Kellerman are just going back and forth. It's not about the chicken paprikash anymore. It's about the lettuce, apparently, which apparently means, like, green, which is, like, money. So, like, Stephen R. Smith has this whole weird situation.
Where he's Riggs?
No, it's not even Riggs.
Yeah, you're right.
Riggs is right here right now. Stephen R. Smith was going, la, 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 we'll drop in the back soap. The bar of soap in the back.
I didn't hear that at all.
Anyways, though, what are your, like, so... This is going to end up being a dangerous topic because I already know which way it's going to go, but it's sports that has to be talked about. You had the MLB All-Star Game move from Atlanta, Georgia to Coors Field because in Atlanta, their voting restrictions and voting laws, apparently in more so urban areas, the votes weren't being counted compared to suburban. And the MLB, which, by the way, they take action on this, but Mickey Callaway and his fucked up nonsense that he does is still swept under the rug for now.
So wait a minute, why did they move it?
Because votes by that governor and Georgia were allegedly being swept under the rug and not counted for his own spot at governor. So he rigged the election to end up staying in office. Okay. And also because his votes for Trump, they ended up including those. And
because he voted for Trump. Gosh, that son of a bitch.
But the people that voted against Trump, the votes weren't counted, and that was more so in suburban areas. And that's when
Of course it was. Of course it was. It's crazy.
But you have all politics aside.
Oh, yeah, all of them aside, because that doesn't matter anymore. So go ahead. Let's talk about this.
No, with Atlanta, I feel bad for the city because it's you have their governor do this their choice. They had an all-star game. They were expecting it there. The Braves had their all-star emblem on their hat, which already has been taken off about 2 days after this decision was made on Friday. And now you have it to Coors Field. So it's pretty much null and void that the All-Star Game ever existed in Atlanta this year.
Horrible. They just take the whole thing over. It was bad. Punish the whole city because that guy did it right. No, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you.
No, you're not.
I am. I think it's the smartest decision we've made to move the All-Star Game out of Atlanta because of some douchebag that cheated at an election and still became the governor. You know, not like Bill Clinton wasn't getting blown underneath of his desk while being the president. Did we move the White House out of there? No, we didn't. But because some liberal punk-ass bitch decided it was against the rules and it was against the conservative, we're going to take the whole thing out there, and Rob Manfred tuck his dick in between his legs and decided to run away. Now we're moving that. Does that make any sense to anybody? Does it make any sense to anybody at all? What?
Riggs was waiting to talk.
Go ahead.
No, I just... So because of, okay, so let's say,
go ahead.
Okay, so now let's say when the All-Star Game was here in Cleveland, because of our mayor in Cleveland, his stupid ass nephews and grandsons who do a lot of crime in our city. If you're local, you know that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So would you guys would have been mad if the MLB said, hey, just because Frank Jackson's grandsons are out here acting crazy, no more All-Star Game for you, Cleveland, and we wouldn't have seen Shane Bieber have his perfect moment.
You're right.
Yeah, you got a point.
I would be mad about that.
I mean, they have a right to be mad because It's not even my biggest issue is the fact that it's not even the fact that you have the All-Star game get moved out of Atlanta, Georgia, but the whole entire
It doesn't matter.
Mickey Callaway situation though, that's been forgotten.
Even take Mickey. What about
The Astros situation?
Yeah, what about the
too.
Astros situation? What about this? Stop getting political. Just stop it.
That's always
sports.
going to happen in sports, though.
All
That's
sports.
just the way it is.
It never used to be.
You have a platform now. You have social media. You could end up being
but
Joe Schmo down the street and working at a gas station, friendship probably, but but you could have an opinion, and you have so much social media now that if you tweet out something, it could catch somebody's attention. And that's where you end up getting this whole entire turmoil. That's why everybody hates everybody, because of your fucking opinions. And you're not allowed to have an opinion anymore.
Everybody hates everybody because they're stupid.
I mean,
That's really what it boils
you're not allowed to, like, the whole entire phrase from Semi-Pro, which was ELE, everybody love everybody, has been forgotten.
It has been.
It really has.
There's
We
nothing wrong.
need Jackie Moon to run for president.
Man, dude, you know what? I would vote for him to the moon.
Can we take a break now?
No, we got about... Dude, we're peaking right now. We're almost at 500 viewers.
You're peaking.
I'm dead ass serious.
See, that's because wow. Good for him. All right, we won't take a break.
But anyways, though, I mean, the whole entire situation of that, it just sucks because you have to always have political talks now, and because of a governor in Atlanta.
No, but that's
imagine
what
if
I'm saying.
imagine if that stadium was opened up, you had full capacity, you could end up reviving Atlanta. I mean, the NBA All-Star Game's supposed to be here in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if that happened in Cleveland. Like, for example, how Riggs said if the MLB All-Star Game took it away from Cleveland, imagine that. It's always something ridiculous. But the last thing baseball-oriented that we want to end up hitting on is the fact that, Tyler, this is the part when you end up pulling up the whole entire Marlins game and the equipment going boom. I don't want to give it away completely, but you have a very expensive accident when it came to the Los Angeles Angels game against not the Astros. It was the Marlins and the Cardinals. The Astros and the Angels ended up having a fan throw a blow-up trash can onto the field, which was fantastic because
Hell yeah.
Made me happy.
it was something that needed to happen, and it hasn't been forgotten. And because of baseball being gone and no fans, the Astros never got their proper punishment.
They did not.
That's
You're right.
what's going to retaliate this year is you're going to have the proper punishment that you're going to have fans. Riggs, you said last year around this time when COVID wasn't even a thing, you said fans are going to end up banging trash cans. They're going to end up bringing this. They're going to end up bringing this. They're going to end up booing players.
Or chanting stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right, like this player's
Good. They
trash,
need to.
literally.
They need to. The Astros are trash.
Literally. But anyways, though,
Astros.
you had an accident go between the Cardinals and the Marlins. I think that's that's correct. The Cardinals and the Marlins. I want to play the quick clip because this is also a jump scare tactic too, apparently, that threw off our producer, Tyler the producer.
All right, let's play it.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. I think Tyler O'Neill owes us. What do you think that costs, Holly? 50, 60 bucks? Oh, here it comes, right in your living room. Oh!
That couldn't happen. That's the Randy
In
Johnson
your face!
type of
Right.
situation.
Like, you could have, like, usually that's always in, like, a camera box, too, you know?
Yeah, that is definitely Randy Johnson, Dove type of situation.
But really quick, though, before we take a quick break, our good friend that's been on the podcast before, Justin Ross, has something to say. He's calling me right now about the Houston Astros. So, Justin Ross, you are live on the We Like Sports podcast. You want to talk about the Astros?
Hey, Payton.
Hey, buddy.
Dude, they're a bunch of cheaters, and I hate them.
That's,
Hey, what's going on, guys? How are you?
What's going on, bud?
Pretty,
Guys,
Pretty
can you
good.
guys hear me?
I can hear you.
we could hear you.
Me okay?
Yep.
I know what's going to happen next.
All right, perfect. No. What's wrong?
Go ahead.
No, I want to go off of what you guys were saying with the Astros. I can't stand them. I really can't. They're a bunch of cheaters. You guys shouldn't talk about them anymore. because they don't deserve to be in the MLB. They shouldn't have the World Series ring.
He is
And
right.
just stop talking about them.
He is right. You do realize you called in to talk about him, right?
Oh, you guys weren't talking about the Astros?
All right, Justin, we got a quick break. If you want to end up staying
hold on.
around.
I have to say one more thing before you guys go to break.
I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, Payton, buddy.
Yeah.
You owe me a couple cases of beer for your swing and misses. All right.
And what did that result in? The swing and misses.
Guys, I want everyone to know that Payton struck out in slow pitch softball, and I got to see it live.
That's a beautiful thing.
You didn't record it? Damn.
No, it's on there. It's on Facebook Live. It's out there.
It's on Facebook, guys. It's on Facebook.
Good.
I follow the Rough Riders page,
next
so.
time I'm on that show, I'm bringing the clip.
That's right.
We're just going to watch it over and over again.
Hell yes.
Justin, I love you.
I also want to tell you guys you're fucking. I'm sorry. You guys are doing great, and I love watching every Wednesday.
Oh,
good guy.
You know,
Thank you, man.
Justin,
That means a lot.
That's what the support's all about. We'll end up taking a quick break, but we appreciate you calling in, and we'll stop talking about that Houston team that's a bunch of trash.
Thank you. I actually I became a GM in MLB The Show with that team, and I relocated them, and I changed their name to the Houston Cheaters.
The Houston Cheaters?
Relocated them?
I will literally take a picture of it next time I'm on the PlayStation, and I will I'll tag you guys in it.
Please do. Honestly, if there's any slander for that city and blow up trash cans and the Houston Cheaters and the Houston Asterix and AJ Hinch, that's now the manager of the Tigers.
You can't take it away. You can't take it away from the city. Just that organization.
Yeah.
Houston, great city.
You're absolutely right.
Also, Ricky Armini says, hey.
Hey, Ricky.
What's up, Ricky?
But we'll let you go,
right,
Justin.
You guys go on break. You guys keep killing it, all right? I love you all.
Love you all.
Love you, buddy.
I'll see you soon.
Friend me.
You know, honestly, I knew that was going to happen, the whole entire strikeout talk, but I wasn't ready for the whole entire I love you. You know, that's support. That's what friends do, is they support each other. And that's what
You're exactly right.
Oh, never mind, he's not here.
God. We'll be back on the We Like Sports podcast. Riggs, in between breaks, what are you going to do? You're going to end up doing?
I'm going to Manscaped, use the promo code SPORTS with a Z, SPORTZ, with the ball shaver, ball toner, ball deodorant, the Lawnmower 3.0. When Stephen R. Smith gets back here after the commercial break, he will also tell you to Manscaped.
Stephen R. Smith will be back on the We Like Sports podcast after this break. Don't go anywhere. And as far as I know,
I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm just talking to him.
Just take the damn break.
No, he's talking about his app finally. It comes out this weekend.
We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
If you're
bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored.
why not play with your balls? Our sponsor today, Manscaped, is here to make sure your balls are smooth while you or your partner are playing with them. Manscaped promotes clean hygiene when it comes to shaving your balls thanks to their Lawnmower 3.0. So a little side note, have you ever cut your balls while shaving them? I have, and that is painful. I would not ever do that again, and I would never shave my balls if it wasn't for Manscaped, because once I started using Manscaped, I no longer had to worry about the bleeding anymore. Also, for any new subscribers, you end up getting replacement blades refilled for your Lawnmower 3.0 trimmer delivered to your door every 3 months, making sure your trimmer always stays fresh and clean. And for a limited time, subscribers get not only 1, but 2 free gifts: the Shed Travel Bag, which is a $39 value, and the high-patented, high-performance, anti-chafing Manscaped Boxer Briefs. This is the perfect package for your perfect package. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code SPORTS with a Z at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, and use the code SPORTS. Make playing with your balls the best part of your day. Thanks, Manscaped.
Welcome back to the We Like Sports Podcast with Invisible Man is back again for this segment. Keith Miger will be arriving here shortly.
I'm eating.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know if you wanted people to know that you're human and you eat. And we're joined by Stephen R. Smith.
How the heck are you boys doing?
Is that a
Let me
toothbrush?
tell you something. I got my back scratcher, and I'm about to scratch on some sports with you gentlemen today. We're about to have a cornfrupious podcast, brother. I promise you that.
What's cornfrupious?
Shout out KM Voice. Shout out MC No Legs. Shout out to my boy, Tyler. Tyler, the producer. Tyler, the man who probably produced my child with my wife. Tyler.
Wait, Tyler produced your child with your wife?
Because your boy, I had an accident. Do you understand? Should I get into my accident real quick?
Honestly, yeah.
He must have been riding with
I had an accident with a Transformer. I met Optimus Prime when I was a kid. Optimus Prime had touched me inappropriate, and I sent a joke through my jugulis down in my pants. And ever since then, I met my boy Tyler, and Tyler had got my wife pregnant. And well, now everybody knows. But Tyler is the producer and the father.
This turned into Maury. Now, Payton just got the DNA test back, and Tyler, you are the father.
I told him he could make uncomfortable greatness to the wife.
So, like, if Tyler has a kid with your wife, is that kid going to get into sports journalism at whatever school? What school did you go to again?
I went to PS 420 and a half.
And is that kid, like, is that really your kid then if it's Tyler's kid? Or how's this work?
Well, here's the thing. Well, we're going to talk about that off air real quick. But I want to talk about some take me out to the ball game. Now, let me tell you something what I like. I know the Cleveland Indians has dose wins. They have 2 wins under their belt. But guess what? You guys in Cleveland, you cannot hit the panic button on Terry Franconis already. Like you just alliterated on earlier when Terry Franconis had his first year with your ballpark. You guys went 19-7 heaven, but you lost in the wild card game when it was Danny Salazar in that game when you lost 3-0, and your boy Nick Swisher did the splits. And I thought, oh, that Green Giant just got hurt. He must have pulled one of his little green beans in Ohio.
Nick Swisher's socks.
My socks.
What about your socks?
My socks are right here.
What kind
These are the socks that I was on Shark Tank. I am a majority owner of these socks. These socks are called socks. See, let me tell you about this plan. I went on Shark Tank with the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, Mr. Mark Cubanson. Do you know who Mark Cubanson is?
Yeah.
Mark Cubanson is an entrepreneur when it comes to chocolate milk and other great things. So I went to Mark Cubanson with Dirk, the Maverick, Dirk Nowitzki Ski. And I said, Dirk, Payton Hillis ain't giving me no money. Keith Miger ain't giving me no goddamn money. I'm sorry for my language too, by the way. I need to get in some business besides sports and sports journalism. So Mark Cubanson said, you know athletes love socks. So I'm going to put your name on some socks. These are Stephen R. socks. And you can get them at Silverman's and Kmart and Best Buy.
Why aren't they at Walmart? I feel like they'd be in Walmart exclusive product, honestly.
Because Shaquille O'Neal has Walmart on lockdown. He has Walmart malapatized only for his products to be at Walmart. Well, thank you for that great question.
Absolutely. Also, Ed from Columbus, I got to get his Twitter handle right. Got to give him a shout out. But at Ed_in_Columbus.
What's up, Ed Columbus, motherfucker?
He asked if he could get a prayer request for DMX. He said, give your best rendition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then he put, bark, come on.
Let me tell you something about DMX. I know this is a sports show, but one time me and DMX, we were at Madison Square Garden. Because DMX, he is from Mount Vernon. And Mount Vernon is about a 25-minute drive away from where I was at to see my Knickerbockers. So DMX, me and him, we had met up in the Barrows. We had went to the subway station. And after that, we had took the secret back way to Madison Square Garden. And I noticed DMX got on one knee and he grabbed me and he said, Stephen R. And I said, X. What do you want? X said Stephen R.
He said stop.
Say that again.
He said stop. Drop.
He didn't know. He said, Stephen R., I need you to get on your knees with me. And I said, brother, I'm not getting on my knees in New York City, titty. He said, no, Stephen, I need you to pray with me. So guess what? Me and her, we got on our knees and we prayed. And we prayed that the New York Knickerbockers with Carmelo Anthony and Chauncey McBillups will beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. And guess what? Our prayers were not answered. The Knickerbockers lost. DMX, he went around the city of New York butt naked trying to find God. He didn't find him, but he found me.
So,
and that will always be my friend for life. And DMX, I'm praying for you, brother. When I go and pee, I'm going to lift my leg up for you, brother. When I see these female dogs on the street, I'm going to hump them for you, brother. When I ride on a motorcycle, I'm going to have my shirt off for you, brother. Ride or die, DMX, rough, who gives a F?
All right, so Stephen R., I know that you wanted to talk about the Bally Sport Media Cleveland stuff going on.
I'm staying here. I got to use my back scratcher for a moment. Let me give you a high five. So, I'm getting ready to watch the Cleveland Indians play. And I'm trying to find Fox Sports because Riggs, he's got me shacked up in his house for right now because your boy's going through things with his app and he currently lost his home, but we'll talk about that too. So, I'm like, Riggs. Riggs says, yeah, in his little professional mannerism voice. And I said, where the hell is Fox Sports? Where I'm from in New York, we got something called the MSG Network, where everybody throughout the 5 boroughs can watch New York affiliated sports. So I said, Riggs, do y'all care about sports in Cleveland? And he said, yeah. So where the hell is your sports packages at? So Riggs comes into his living room. My feet were smelling up his living room. He almost wanted to kick your boy out. So instead, he decided to turn on the TV and he says, Bally Sports. So I decided to I call Max Kellerman. I call Skip Bayless. I call Keith Migra. I call Bruce Drennan. I even called Chuck Spaghetti Galletti. And I asked my crew, my ensemble, and my hereditary Avengers, and I said, boys, what the hell is going on in your city, titty? And then my boy Keith Migra says, well, man, I mean, I'm over here doing this, and your lineup is all the way back here, and I'm not allowed to tell you about the channel changing because I'm under contract. And I can understand that. And then you know what Max Kellerman told me? Max Kellerman said, I know you took my chicken paprikash. And he left the room. Bruce Drennan said, I love you. And I don't have the slightest idea. So after that, me and Bruce, we went and we played a couple rounds of golf. I tried to call Payton Hillis back. He gave me the red line twice. So and then I heard the news on the local sports up here. And I guess Fox Sports was bought out by Bally's. And I'm thinking Bally's is the old affiliated gym from the 1990s. So Ohio, enjoy Bally's Sports the best you can for the next 6 to 7 years of that contract.
So, Stephen R., the question I had next, because apparently you said you're shackled up in Riggs's loft. How did you lose your home?
Yeah. What happened to my home?
Yes.
My wife left me.
Did she leave you for Tyler?
Yes!
When did this happen, and why didn't you text Payton? Me? Why didn't you text me?
Because I want to be a man and I want to stand on my own 3 feet.
You got 3 feet?
Yes!
What kind of genetic mutation do you have that you have 3 feet?
I'm a New Yorker that was born in the subway.
So, I'm assuming you've been on a subway before, right, in New York?
I have, but let me tell you why I'm shackled up here in Riggs' house. Everyone on the We Like Sports podcast noticed that your boy Stephen R. hasn't been on the twit lately. Your boy Stephen R. hasn't been on Facebook lately. Your boy Stephen R. has been in the courtrooms lately. Your boy Stephen R., and I'm not trying to get dark or morbid, your boy Stephen R. has been trying not to put a belt around his neck because I lost the greatest act tune that is supposed to help out sports players and sports fans. I was supposed to release 2 books, one of them being Stephen R. Smith, Fantastic Wordplay, and the other book I can't remember right now because I was supposed to go to the Somalian European Samoan bulldozer people.
I got a question. You
Yes!
said it was fantastic wordplay with Stephen R. Smith 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
You just said it was wordplay fantastically with Stephen R. Smith. Why does
Let
your
me tell you
book name
something,
keep changing?
Oh, bro, look, the app was supposed to be on this Amazon Kindle right here. Do you see this Kindle?
Did you get that out of a
supposed
fire?
to be on here first. I was supposed to have the master prototype. And then somebody, they hacked me.
Was it Max
And they
Kellerman?
got me good. And I've been in court. I've been paying off lawyers. I've been paying off lawyers. I've been paying off attorneys. I've been paying off DAs because my book was supposed to help people learn the correct way to talk like your boy Stephen R. The book was supposed to help people learn the mental aspects of a professional athlete. This book was also supposed to be narrated on the audio version by my friend Ryan W., Mr. MC No Walk Walk. But that audio got deleted, it got stolen, and then my app got misconstrued and juiced up.
So
now I lost my house. I lost my wife, the title. My kid don't even know me. Max Kellerman still blames me. Rachel Pennies won't even date me. Keith Margaret and Payton Hillis won't give me any money.
Did you ever think about getting a new job?
I have. As a matter of fact, because I'm at Riggs' house, I'm gonna have to show you my. Here it is.
Also, Stephen R., hold on. No means to cut you off, but when do I get my Get in the Ring championship? Because I've beaten you fair and square now, and I'm waiting to receive it. Ever since I beat you, you have not been around to give me and grant me my championship. I already won it. There's no match. I beat you. This is between you and I now. It's not you and Max Kellerman. You understand me?
Brother, before we get into that, remember last week on the show how you asked to see my credentials? You wanted to see my diplomas?
Yeah, you got them?
Yes, I got them. I got a few of them right here with me right now. And this is exclusive, exquisite stuff that sports journalists get when they graduate from journalistic school. Right there, can you read that?
That looks like a checkbook.
Sports journalistic degree and diplomacist to Stephen Rah-Rah Ridiculous Smith.
Rah-Rah.
Given to the pursuit of April 17th, 2001 is when I got that from the University of Mar. This one right here. ESPN most valuable commentator. Keep up the good work, Stephen R. And I'm going to show you one more right now. And I notice you see the gold strip at the bottom of these because it means they certified and they real.
Okay.
This one right here is very sentimental to me, brothers. And let me tell you why. This right here was given to me by a man named Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Michael Jordan was a great Chicago Bull, gave him 6 championships with the man Phil Jackson. And as you see right here, I'm gonna put this right up to the screen so everybody can read it with your boy Stephen R. Payton, do you see the words here?
I'm trying to read it, but I need glasses. Are there even words there?
There's words here. Look, I'm gonna zoom in a little closer. Stephen R.
Is it just one word?
No, it's going to get sensitive. So I'm going to read this to you really quick.
I'm listening. Keith's here now too to listen.
Okay, I'm going to put the words up from the screen. Stephen R. I may have won 6 championships and 5 MVPs in the finals, but you are indeed a 6-time finals winner when it comes to sports journalistic. You are the MVP when it comes to ESPN. You are one of the greatest, if not the best, sports analysts ever. Keep up the good work. 23, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. You see his signature right there?
Is that invisible ink that was written in?
Brother, you got to get your glasses right. You got to get a new pair of peepers, brother. Keith, my man Keith, who won't give me $1 so I can eat. Can you read this right here?
No, I can't see it, actually.
It's invisible
It's
ink.
on a white piece of paper. You see the lettering? Dear Stephen R. Yeah. I may be a 6-time NBA Finals champ and a 5-time NBA Finals MVP. But you guys can't read that. You can't read what's on this piece of paper?
No. Do you need glasses, Stephen R? Where's yours been? You had one on the first show, and where did your glasses go?
Is this the book?
I had to pawn my glasses and the belt so I can pay for an attorney.
Is there words on that, Tyler? Even Tyler said there's no words on that.
Tyler, he sees it. He sees it. Trust me, he sees it. I'm surprised. He's in my house with my ex-wife. I'm surprised he hasn't got my other diplomatist.
Diplomatist?
Diplomatist. Tyler, producer, if you hear me, if Betty lets you take my New York Knickerbocker diploma, please give it to me at the studio next week because your boy needs something to lay his head on and cry about.
So Stephen R. Ed in Columbus on Twitter wanted to know if he could get a signed copy of your book and have Max Kellerman sign it to Ed_in_Columbus. Can that happen?
I like that guy.
He's fucking great.
Next week. Is he listening right now?
Absolutely. He's always listening.
Next week, Stephen R. Smith, I got you, brother. I promise you. And I want, if he's watching right now, I want him to read this. I got this from Magic Johnson when I was going through a rough time. I'm gonna put the lettering up on the board. Okay, you ready, gentlemen? I'm gonna read this along with you.
Is it an R?
Did you pick anybody other than Magic Johnson to give you something?
What happened, Stephen R? Did your wife walk in? he's crying now.
You guys see the words over here on this white piece of paper? You see words?
I'm waiting for them. I don't see them. Do you stare
says
close
right
enough and they come up?
It says right here. Do you believe in magic and a young man's heart? Because I believe in magic, Stephen R. Your voice, your style, the way you present yourself on the court. M-A-G-I-C. C is because I see that you are a real sports intellect. You are welcome at my house anytime, any place. And brother, you are the greatest. Signed, Magic Johnson.
Why is that, how did he spell Magic Johnson? Was it like a couple M's before it? Magic Johnson.
I had to put my own validity and swag on it.
What's validity mean?
Validity. Let me use that in a sentence. Your stride, okay? You listen.
I'm waiting
your
for it.
Your stride, your pride, and your self-esteem has great validity.
Are you saying validity or firmility? Like familiar? Like, are you just making up words?
Why would I need to make up words? I just showed y'all my diploma and all of my credentials.
What happened? What happened to PS 420 and a half? What happened to your high school degree?
The only thing is,
you want to see the PS 420 and a half?
Where's he going?
Showing off his fake high school diploma.
What did that say? To the graduates of Stephen R. Smith.
Did you just write that down?
20 and a half, the Bronx, New York, 420 66 666666. Give it to me on June 1994.
1994? How old are you?
I'm 47.
Stephen R., what have you experienced in your 47 years of life?
Let me tell you, boys. Let me tell you what I have experienced.
Is your high school
Rick,
diploma
shut your punk ass up.
Is that college rule?
No, Riggs is over here trying to speak, and he's watching professional wrestling and all that stuff.
I find it odd that you and Riggs once again aren't here at the same time.
The things I went through in my 47 and a half years, brothers, heartbreak, diarrhea, love, sports, education, racism, toenail clippings, 9-to-5 work, and great friends is what I've been through in my 47 and almost and a half years. And your boy has a birthday coming up, and I will be celebrating it on the We Like Sports podcast live in studios next month. Stephen R. birthday bash.
Actually, we can make a. So because it's your birthday bash, should we do an all-night stream, 24-hour stream?
Ooh, that sounds. We should do it on a weekend.
It really depends. It depends, because I'm on the Riggs' schedule. You understand
Why
what
are you
I'm saying?
under Riggs? Well, Riggs
You're
is
your
on-
own man, aren't
No, wait
you?
a minute, time out. If you're under Riggs' schedule and Riggs is under Brian's schedule, how the hell are you gonna get here?
Does he even know who Brian is?
I've not met that brother. I've not met that brother one time in my life, but I've heard a lot of great things about the man. But
They're
your
all
boy
lies,
will
then.
get there.
Why are the people lying
If
to you?
I gotta get Gandalf to take me away, Gandalf is bringing me.
Gandalf?
Who's Gandalf?
Who's
Never-ending
Gandalf?
story.
I thought you said you never met Brian or his girlfriend.
I said Gandalf.
Right. Isn't that who he's dating? He just shaved, didn't he?
Stephen R., I got a question for you. Question over here. Payton Vince, We Like Sports Podcast. What was the last photo you took on your phone?
Yeah, let's see that.
The last photo, I've took it on my phone. I believe it was of Madison Square Garden.
Sure.
And if it wasn't Madison Square Garden, I would like to believe that the last photo I took. Well, I actually have a screenshot of Peyton Hillis as my background on my cellular telephone. My man, Big Country number 40.
You know, Big Country doesn't give a shit about you, right?
He didn't give a shit about us.
That is true. All right, Stephen R. Should kidneys be able to be bought and sold?
I'm going to quote a man named Ted DiBiase. All right, Ted DiBiase was the $1 Million Man in professional wrestling in the World Wrestling Federation. Everybody and everything's got a price. If somebody wants to sell a kidney, do it, because you might need one. George Lopez, do you guys know George Lopez? He's a famous Mexican actor.
Yeah, he got a big head.
Let me tell you about George Lopez. George Lopez was caught with the lady of the night one time, and he had caught a transgressious sexual infection, and he had needed a kidney.
Wait, how do you spell that transitionous sexual infection? Is that a TSI?
Are we still talking about Magic Johnson?
No, we're talking about George Lopez now, and he caught something.
Oh,
probably from Magic Johnson.
What did George Lopez catch? Because it sure as hell wasn't a green card or a citizenship. So what did he catch?
Stephen R's praying now.
He caught.
Oh, okay.
He caught an infection from a lady, a transfusional sexual infection, and he needed a kidney. But his wife at the time stepped up. But your boy Stephen R was going to be like, I got this.
Wait, his wife at the time, they're divorced? Who the hell divorces somebody after they gave him a kidney?
Hey, you know that whole catchphrase saying, you owe me one later? Hey, I guess she owed him one later.
A divorce? Why would she owe him?
Stephen R.
She gave him the kidney.
Stephen R. Ed in Columbus wants to know if Stephen R. is really Virgil.
Who the hell's Virgil?
He used to manage Ted DiBiase back in the WWWFFFFF or whatever Stephen R. said.
Well, let me tell you something about my man Virgil, my man Vincent. All right.
I don't understand
When I was traveling from New York to go watch the Mississippi Mud Hens play Sport A baseball, I was running the Virgil on the highway.
You didn't leave Ohio.
Say that again, my friend.
Mississippi. You were in Toledo.
The Mississippi Mud Hens, yeah.
No, Mississippi is not in Ohio. Have you seen Sir Yacht's videos? He has never gone to Mississippi, Ohio.
He's gone to Oregon.
M-I, crooked letter, I, hump back.
So
Mississippi
now you're a lunatic? Now you're part of Nelly?
So, with me, back to my man Virgil, to my friend out there that's listening to the story, this is especially for you.
Uh-huh.
I was coming back from New York because I like to cover 4A baseball, okay? And I'm coming back on the highway, and this brother cut me off. And I said, who is this fruitiest brother that just cut me off? So your man Stephen R., I get in front. I put on my right turn signal. Blink, 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 blink. I get over. I look at this man dead in the face. This man looks at me in the face. And as we almost crashed, we had a moment. We both looked at each other and said, we are both hardworking mans that drive up and down on the road, doing stuff for sports that we love. So he decided to pull over into the slow lane. Your boy pulled over. I didn't have any, what do you call those? My hazards lights didn't show up. So your man almost got hit out there in plain darkness. He ended up taking his hand out. He goes, hey man, my name is Vincent. I said, my name is Stephen R. He told me the sports that he does, and I told him the sports that I do. And then he said, man, brother, I think we might look alike. And I said, brother, I don't know. We might. But you damn handsome. and we've been friends ever since. We've been headlocking, we've been elbow dropping, and we've been shooting threes. And he used to smoke the green, but he's clean now and he's fine. If any one of you brothers got any other questions for me, your man's is here. I will answer anything for you.
How did
Stephen
you
R.
get to Mississippi from Toledo?
Kentucky, it's right there.
That's Cincinnati.
That's Cincinnati. That's Cincinnati. Kentucky, it's right there.
Literally Cincinnati's airport is in Kentucky.
Riggs has done a terrible job of showing you around the great state of Ohio, Stephen R. Does Riggs know? Put Riggs back on camera. Get him back really quick. Or else just shout to him. Does he know where he's at in Ohio?
I got Riggs. The brothers think that you haven't been giving me the right teachings in the city of Ohio. Well, hold on, man. You have to give my ass like 1 minute, dude. I'm trying to watch wrestling, and you won't even listen every time I try to tell you about what this is in this city. You try to take a piss on Moses Cleveland's statue. Hello, yeah, I'm back. That dude, Stephen R. But I tried to tell him about the city and everything like that, but he just wouldn't listen. He kept asking about Madison Square Garden. I showed him a picture of Moses Cleveland, the statue downtown. He thought that was the Twin Towers. He looks at Progressive Field. He calls that CTI Stadium. So, the man, he has a small brain, but he's stuck in the Big Apple.
All right, put back on Stephen R. I'm done talking to you. I got another question for him.
All right. Steve, are you ready to come back? Because these dudes, like, I can't keep sharing this seat with you. Well, brother, you're going to have to keep sharing a little something else because your man needs to get back to a bigger city team. And let me tell you something, brother.
Why can't you guys both be on camera at the same time?
My brother, you need to learn how to clean up the toilet when you're done. Stephen R's back. I'm back. I'm here.
Hey,
what's going on, boys?
Stephen R.
I'm actually impressed. Like, in all honesty, I'm actually really impressed with how you handled that situation. Very good job. But we need to talk about the Toledo Mudhens, though.
The Mississippi Mudhens.
Yeah, them.
Not from Ohio.
Not from Ohio. When did they relocate?
Well, okay. Mississippi Mudhens and the Toledo Mudhens used to be an ABC affiliated team. See, you youngest, y'all too young to remember things like that. I am an old timer.
That's because it
Do you
didn't
understand?
happen. It's hard to remember
Back
things that
then,
never happened.
baseball organizations, the farm systems used to share teams and swap names because there wasn't that many teams around. Do you understand? It was the 90s, boys.
I don't even think
Michael
you understand.
Jordan was playing for the Barons, for Francona. I covered that.
So they didn't have enough names to go around?
They had to share. Out of the
Someone
farm
couldn't just
systems
say,
back then
"I
in the
wanna name
90s,
a
they
team
had to
this."
share names.
How did that work in the rankings?
Wait, hold on. Stephen R., do you share a name with somebody?
Besides my father,
What's your father's name?
Stephen Triple X Smith,
Why
because he's a
Triple-
nasty
porn?
bastard.
Yeah, why? What the hell? Why Triple X?
Because he's a nasty man.
Is that how you were born? How many siblings do you have, Stephen R.?
I have about 27 brothers and sisters.
Holy shit!
My father was a nasty, nasty, nasty man.
I thought you meant like a bad mofo, not what you were talking about.
I got lots of brothers and sisters through the city.
Are they
And I'm
all
surprised if I
different-
probably already haven't even slept with one of my sisters already.
What?
Slept with one of his sisters?
I don't know if I did. I got so many.
Betty! Where you at? Betty! Tyler, get Betty in here.
Did
Stephen
you
R.
really just say that you might have slept with one of your sisters?
One of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, 2 of them at the same time. It burned, but I still did it.
It burned.
It burned.
Because it was a sin.
Stephen R., I know you always talk
Yes.
about New York. Are you by any chance from West Virginia?
And not West Virginia and Ohio. Have you been hanging out with Hillis?
I used to travel to Virginia to watch baseball.
Mississippi Mudhens, right?
The
No, the
Mississippi,
Vir-
Virginia,
no, the
Cincinnati
Virginia
Mudhens.
Mudhens.
Yes.
The Cincinnati Mudhens?
Cincinnati, Mississippi, Virginia Mudhens. They all used to share names with the PP on your phone right now, and I bet your boy ain't lying. Pull out your phone and Wikipedia it.
Well, he's doing that. Stephen R., what are your most important rules when you go on a date? That's what I want to know.
My most important rules when I go on a
They
date
have
is to
to
make
be
sure,
related
one,
to
my
you?
breath don't smell like okay? Two, to make sure that I got my pump with me. You know what kind of pump your boy talking about?
What?
And I also like to bring analytics and stats when I'm on my dates. So let me tell you about this one date I went on with Rachel Pennies. I told Rachel Pennies.
So
I said, you know, you have a
launch. You're actually, this pisses me off. You're actually I'm so mad at you right now. Like, I am pissed off I even Googled this. So you're halfway right. But it was never but it was never a team from another state. So like basically it was the New York Football Giants and the New York Baseball Giants.
I'm from New York.
Right.
What I say?
Right, but oh, I'm so mad.
Stephen R., which celebrity or band has the worst fan base in your opinion?
Let me get back to my ideal date before I get to that question.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I forgot.
I like to bring stats and statistics to my date. So I like to pull out my rule book, my playbook, and I told my one date, I said, do you know you got a 47th and an 8th chance to striking out with me tonight? Do you know that you have a 48th and a 3rd percentage of passing me the rock tonight? Do you know you have a 4-error mistake on not kissing me tonight? Numbers don't lie.
What?
Ed wants to know if you bring the ring after the pump.
Do I bring what in the pump?
Do you bring the ring after the pump?
What ring?
You know, the ring.
Like on your finger?
I mean, if I could take an assumption, you've been married once, you should know this by now. But yeah, that's usually what you do.
Let me tell you something, man. I pawned that ring off. I'm surprised Tyler didn't just beat the damn ring off of me, to be honest. But I pawned it. And I almost had to shove it in a place where no one else could be able to find it but Stephen R. Do you understand?
It's not.
So you shoved it up your own ass.
This is why my book should have been released on Amazon Prime Live.
What happened with that?
Got hacked.
Is that still coming out WrestleMania weekend, which is this weekend?
How did the app get hacked before it was even out?
Let me tell you how the app can get hacked before it even works out. There's something out there we call the Trojan virus. And before my app was in, it's a word. I read it on Netflix with the Q. Q? Yeah, you know what I'm saying, right? QUE something. My app was in the process of doing that. While my app was doing that, my app also had to download LimeWire, Kazaa, Morpheus, and BearShare to the app. And right in the process of all that, around 12:14 at night, I'm texting Payton Vince, hey, brother, get ready. And then my representative says, Stephen, we got a damn problem. The app's not working. I said, what do you mean the app's not working? He said, it's not working. We are a minute and a half shy, and the app is not working. So when the app didn't work, my heart got hurt. And I felt like a liar. I felt like I played you guys. I felt like I hoodwinked, I bamboozled, and I used you, and I feel like a bum. And I promise you, WrestleMania weekend, when your boy is down in Tampa, I will be showing off my app live.
So when is it publicly displayed then? So like Keith, Tyler, myself, Riggs,
Betty.
Austin, how could we end up seeing this app if we're not down in Tampa? Because, you know, we can't travel the world like Stephen R. all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got to take an Uber down to Tampa, Florida.
That's an expensive-ass Uber.
Why do you have to take an Uber?
Because your boy got suspended L's.
For what?
Why don't you just fly?
I'm scared to fly because I need the Foo Fighters with me to teach me how to fly.
You flew up to the Wheel X Sports studio like a month ago. I picked you up from the airport, Stephen R.
None of this happened.
I was in the middle of my EKG. I was in my EKG during that, brother, because I was in and out, and you were sweating like crazy, man.
I thought I needed the EKG.
We got them together.
You know, I'm glad that's the only thing you and I got together. Judging by your 27 siblings, I'm good on sharing things with you now.
27. The fact that he was Johnson gave him something.
Yeah, TPIs or whatever.
No, AIDS.
No, it was like TSIs or something. Isn't that like security at the airport? TSIs?
TSA, idiot.
TSA.
All right, Stephen, our last question before we end up heading out of here. Which celebrity or band has the worst fan base?
What celebrity or band has the worst fan base?
Correct.
Billie Eilish and Pitbull.
Why?
'Cause let me tell you something. Billie Eilish looks like she makes music for girls who write their name in crayon. Billie Eilish looks like the type of girl who does music for spoiled ass kids that take one bite out of a burger and say, I don't want it, daddy. I want a sucker. I want a Jolly Rancher. I want a lollipop.
Uh-huh.
And then when it comes to Pitbull, Mr. 305, no, not even Pitbull. I'm going to say Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, he has the worst fan base. Why? Because now that man's in the WWE, a lot of people think they can be professional wrestlers. And it's not for everybody. My man, Jeff Traxler, is going to train me personally to put the smackdown on somebody one day. So Billie Eilish, bad fan base. Bad Bunny, bad fan base. Cisco the Barber, great damn barber.
Hey, on that note, we got to end up heading out, Stephen R. I'm so glad that you took my advice and you actually went to Cisco the Barber. If you want to get your hair cut, I know he's a booked up guy, but feel free to shoot him a text or else follow him on Instagram at Cisco the Barber. But text him at 440-320-2691. Again, that's 440-320-2691. You thought I'd have it memorized by now, but apparently I could try. But Stephen R. is such a distraction that he doesn't even know the number. He just goes through rigs somehow. But again, Cisco the Barber
R. doesn't even know where Mississippi is. You really expect me to remember that he knows where Cisco the Barber lives?
What's the capital of Texas?
The capital of Texas? My brother, that's an easy one. The capital of Texas is Greg Popovich, the San Antonio Spurs.
I gotta go.
You need to tag him in whatever he just said because that was fantastic. I think we're
Anybody
we're ending.
on the We Like Sports podcast, if you want to ask your man Stephen R. Smith a question next week and forever, please do so. Hit us up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all sorts. Even hit me up. And I will ask and tell you any damn thing.
We stop.
Related, life related, sex related.
It's done. He stopped the show.
Oh,